Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for August. Can't believe I'm saying that. August 2026. It is a general collective reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't. Because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. You can take the parts of those readings that you either know currently align with what you're going through, or you just intuitively feel like that's your message. Take the parts from those Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placement readings, and then you can craft your own unique message. And if you don't know what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, in the pinned comment below is information on how you can join us over on Patreon for some additional bonus content. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I just saw the Four of Pentacles. What does Gemini need to know for August 2026? What do they need to know for August? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, you have the Six of Wands. In the top row, you have Temperance. You have the Devil. And you have the Five of Wands. Flanking the Six of Wands is the Six of Swords, as well as the Star card. In the bottom row, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands, and you have the Ten of Wands. Let's take a sneak peek now into September. We have the Queen of Swords, that's you whether you're masculine or feminine, King of Swords, and the Ace of Wands to the lovers, Gemini. Okay, we'll clarify that more for you. You could be coming together with a fire sign, another Gemini, or an air sign in September. But let's focus on August right now. I'm using the After Tarot deck to clarify. If you're not familiar with this deck, the images are slightly different. It does alter or change the meaning of the cards. And we'll go through that as necessary in your reading today. My nose is itching. Typically when that happens in the in readings, it means like, I don't know, I usually feel like very connected to the collective. I know that might sound odd to some of you, so I think this message will resonate with a lot of you. So let's see where we go with this for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. For August 2026, we are clarifying Temperance, the Devil, Five of Wands, Six of Swords, Six of Wands, the Star, Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands for the Gemini collective. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Temperance is being clarified by the Tower. The Devil is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Star. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Fool. The Six of Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords. The Star is clarified by the Four of Wands. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Six of Swords. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Swords. And the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Three of Wands. Sneak peek now again into September. King of Wands, Five of Cups, and the King of Swords. And that leaves the Page of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Really interesting reading here. You have the ability to overcome a shadow side. I'm going to clarify that more for you. There's a shadow aspect here within the Gemini collective. It's different for each of you, but it looks like you're overcoming it. So your overall energy here, there's something here that you want to do in August 2026. You have been undecided about whether or not you want to move forward with blank. Blank's going to be different for each of you. Situation, environment, connection, relocation, learning something, launching a business, you name it. And then suddenly, in the month of August, your decision is clear. And I say that because in the After Tarot deck, the decision has been made. And you're feeling really good. There's a feeling here of vindication, success. You're feeling like, I don't know, there's like this feeling of like vitality increasing. There's happiness. There's a surge. Okay, there's a surge of energy here in the Gemini collective. Like once you make this decision regarding something here, and if you're watching this and you're like, I don't have any big life decisions, this most likely is not your reading. This seems to be a pretty significant decision. I think it's been plaguing you for a while, and it looks like you're crystal clear on that decision. And with that comes this wave of, I feel really good now that I've made the decision and I know the direction that I'm moving in. So Temperance to the Tower. There's something here that you've been wanting to do. and you've been very slow at it. Temperance is fire energy. If you're a Gemini sun, that is Sagittarius, it's your opposite sign. There's something here, again, you've been mulling it over, wanting to do, and then all of a sudden, boom, the Tower, it like, I don't know, there's a surge, there's like a launch here. Five of Wands to the Star. Whatever was this internal conflict for you, it looks like you're overcoming it. I think it has something to do with the shadow side. Six of Swords to the Fool, you're moving forward. Star to the Four of Wands, there's a feeling here of contentment. House and home, you could be contemplating relocation or physically relocating in the month of August. If not, you are sprucing up your home. You could be just cleaning it up and rearranging furniture or throwing stuff out or redecorating. There could even be discussions here about expansion. But you are moving on from being in a state of indecision or feeling emotional lack. You seem to be heading into the month of August sort of on pause with something here in your life, and then everything starts to speed up very quickly. So let's begin to clarify. And if you're in a romantic partnership, things already look great in September. If you're not, it looks like there's someone new here that you're at least talking to, and you are highly physically attracted to this person as well. Let's clarify that Six of Wands. What's making Gemini feel this way? Clarify the Six of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Wands is clarified by Knight of Wands. Four of Wands has something to do with house, home, structure, and stability. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's something here with structure and stability. Your house, relocation. Again, could be decorating, spending money on this is about spending money. There's something here you've been wanting to spend money on or just invest in. Okay, invest time in. And suddenly now you've made your decision that you're going to move forward with this. Clarify that Two of Swords. Tell me more about the decision. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Two of Swords is clarified. There you go. Temperance. The Seven of Swords and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. I think you have been procrastinating something here. Procrastinating, or you've been in indecision about something, about whether or not to invest pentacle resources, time, love, money, talent, commitment, energy into something. And all of a sudden, you decide to, I've made my decision and I'm firm on this. You've made your decision. What is this decision? I'm so curious now as a Gemini sun sign. Temperance. Tell me about temperance. Something here you've been sitting on. Mulling it over, I heard. Mulling it over. One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance. Clarified by that. There's that Seven of Swords again. Ace of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the World card. I think what you're realizing is that there's something here that you've been wanting to do. And I think what you're realizing is I've been sabotaging myself by not making a decision, or I have been sabotaging myself by not moving forward. Tower. Clarify the Tower. I think what you're realizing here is I think you're identifying a shadow aspect within yourself that has been a block or a challenge or an obstacle to you making a fairly significant decision here in your life. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by Justice. That's exactly what's happening here. Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Gemini, I think you're discovering a shadow aspect here of yourself. You're realizing where you have been sabotaging yourself, and it has something to do with a decision here or procrastination. And again, that could be on anything. Maybe you've been wanting to learn something, you put on the back burner. You've been contemplating fixing up the house or the apartment, but you put it on the back burner. You know, you want to launch a business, you put it on the back burner. There's something here like, I'm always putting it on the back burner because I'm not sure if I should move forward with it. And even if you're single, it's like, oh, I want to get out there and meet someone, but you don't really put yourself out there. You kind of, but you don't. You know what I mean? There's something like that here happening. And I think it's dawning on you that the only person who's been getting in your way of, one, making a decision, and then two, moving forward is you. So the Devil, tell me more about the shadow. Tell me more about the shadow here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Devil is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. Indecision, procrastination, the World card, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. I think you're identifying a shadow aspect here within yourself that has kept you stuck, either emotionally, financially, or in regards to like structure, house, and home. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're claiming your power back from the shadow side of you. Clarify that Nine of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Going to do things differently this time. Seven of Wands and the Devil. This is big. Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So I want to rewind this a bit because I want to show you all of these cards. Six of Wands. It's like, okay, they're telling me to go back one more level, okay? There's a decision here that you've been needing to make and you've been procrastinating on it. I don't know why. It's different for all of you. But you've been procrastinating on making the decision, or if you made the decision, you haven't done anything about it. And then you decide, I've been sitting on this too long in Temperance. I have this burning fire desire to do blank, and I haven't been doing blank. And I realize that if I'm unhappy with a certain aspect of my life, I have no one to blame here but myself. I've been sabotaging myself because I've been sitting in indecision. Or again, I made the decision, but I'm sitting in procrastination station. And suddenly, once you realize that, you start feeling really good. Six of Wands, and you start moving towards whatever this is. The Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. It's like, I'm going to get real now. I'm going to get serious with blank. Again, I hate to use the term blank, but I hope that's resonating for someone watching. And then that Temperance, whatever it is here you've been sitting on, again, that realization that the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Swords, you're realizing where you've been sabotaging yourself. You're identifying a shadow aspect of yourself that's been holding you back. The Tower sort of blows it apart. Justice to the Ten of Pentacles to the Eight of Cups. Whatever it was, because in the Eight of Cups in the After Tower deck, the person's returning. So again, it's something here that you wanted to do. Like I said, you put on the back burner. You're now going back to it. You're like, now I can move forward with it. The Devil, the shadow side here of you, is being clarified by the Two of Pentacles. You're realizing, oh my God, it's been me this whole time. The World card, I have to put an end to that. And you're healing, again, a wound within yourself that has kept you stuck and stagnant. The Nine of Pentacles, you're deciding, Wheel of Fortune, I'm moving forward. I'm claiming my autonomy or my independence from the shadow side of me. Seven of Wands, it's almost like you're fighting back on yourself here. You're fighting back on yourself here, and you're detaching yourself from a toxic habit or trait that you've had, because in the After Tower deck, the people are free. They're not shackled to one another, not shackled to the podium, not shackled to the podium that the Devil presides over. And so you're releasing yourself or healing yourself from a shadow aspect within yourself that has kept you stuck. Five of Wands. Tell me about that Five of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Wands is clarified by Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. You can take this a multitude of ways. You could currently be in a connection, and you're realizing where you have been sabotaging the connection. Now, I'm not saying you're 100% wrong for what's been going on here, but there is something here that you are realizing your part in sabotaging a connection in your life if this is with a romantic partner. If this is not with a romantic partner, you could be recognizing on how you have in the past or maybe currently sabotaging a relationship with your parents. Parents, grandparents, elders, something of that nature. If that's not it for some of you and you're single and you want to meet your counterpart, you're realizing that although you claim to put yourself out there or you've been manifesting for a person, you really haven't been putting your best effort into meeting that person. So you're healing a wound here within yourself. And if it's none of those things, you are extraordinarily well balanced between your masculine and feminine energy as a result of you finally conquering this shadow aspect of yourself. So again, either healing a connection or healing a wound here within yourself, or healing a wound within yourself that has prevented you from finding the type of connection that you want. This is big stuff here. The Star. Tell me about the Star. That is Aquarian energy. So maybe for some of you, the ball here actually started rolling with the full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. Where you're starting to realize your part in something. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Six of Cups. Ace of Swords shows itself again. And the Queen of Wands. Yeah, because you've been assessing here. If you've seen my readings before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Please click subscribe. For me, queens exist in the present. They process the present. They process the past. And this is you looking at something here in your life and saying, that hasn't happened yet, or this isn't where it's supposed to be, because I played an intricate role in things falling apart or things not progressing or whatever procrastination here has been occurring. So once you figure out your role in it and you're able to see it and heal it, things start to speed up in your life very quickly. Ace of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So where are you off to, Gemini? Clarify that Six of Swords here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Swords. There's that tower. That's that same tower that's here. The Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. So now you're ready to take action. Remember, Queen's process, kings take action. And it's not masculine or feminine or hierarchical. It's just how I see a suit of cards. So now you realize where you have been holding yourself back, and you move forward. Some of you are launching a business that you've sat on for a long time. Others of you are expanding a business you've sat on for a long time. Some of you are healing a wound with a particular connection in your life with your parents or your grandparents or a person like maybe your significant other. And if not, you're healing a wound within yourself that has prevented you from meeting your significant other. The Fool. Tell me about the new beginning. This is big. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Fool is clarified by the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords again, and the Queen of Pentacles. What an interesting spread right here. So you're moving forward very boldly and very confidently, now investing in something that you previously wanted, but you really didn't put your all into it. And now you're deciding to put your all into it. Clarify the Star. I feel like as a result of this, you feel more in control of your life. It's like, I finally see where I've been sabotaging myself. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Wands to the Strength card. You, Chariot here, you realize where you've been sabotaging yourself from moving forward. Four of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. I told you things are going to move fast. Ace of Pentacles. This is the launch of the business, the expansion of the business, the new job, the relationship that you're currently in, maybe strengthening and becoming more solidified, or like deepening the connection in some way, or making some long-term plans with this individual, maybe to move in together, maybe to relocate, maybe to get married. This is you meeting a new person. This is screaming new. This is realizing, if, pardon my French, where you've been fucking up, where we have been fucking up, holding ourselves back from something, and now full throttle going towards it, and like, boom, it appears. Eight of Cups, getting out of that. Now Six of Swords, moving forward. I'm not going to clarify that. I feel like it's redundant. The Seven of Wands to the Nine of Swords. Remember I said where you're like, you're pushing back on yourself? That's exactly what you're doing. Doubts, fears, anxieties, the lower octave of the devil, the shadow side of you, totally pushing back on that. The Ten of Wands. Suddenly now you go from Ten of Wands, this burden, something here you've been carrying, and suddenly Three of Wands, you're moving forward. Clarify that Seven of Wands. So I want to say you're getting out of procrastination station. You're realizing a shadow side within you that has prevented you from moving forward on something, and now you wholeheartedly move forward. And man, does it come in fast. One more shuffle. Thank you. And you're sort of Two Swords there. Oh, that was that indecision. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, and we go right back to the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. This is screaming new here, or renewed. Like if you're currently in a connection, like I said, a romantic partnership, you're realizing your role in some toxic pattern or trait that has been occurring within the connection. And you're pushing back on yourself saying, I don't want to be that person anymore, or I don't want to show up that way anymore. And if you're looking for someone new, this is someone new now. Because now you're realizing where you've been holding yourself back from meeting someone new. And like I said, if this is work, you're deciding you're moving forward. It looks like you're finding another job, or another financial opportunity. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Ten of Wands that you dropped, and the Page of Cups. I told you, you got new. So you claim this how you want. You are, by the end of the month, you are talking to someone here about a new financial prospect, relocation, your relationship deepening, the next steps, launching the business, expanding the business. You're definitely talking here to someone else, a new romantic partner. Clarify this Ten of Wands to the Three of Wands, because now you're moving forward with it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Death card. Go right back. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Gemini. Three of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What are you moving towards? Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Page. I'm telling you, you're talking to someone here. You are talking to someone here. I almost want to say that the old you is dead. And please, I'm not saying you're going to die. Okay, I'm a Gemini sun. That's not what's in this reading. The part of you that was sabotaging your ability to move forward here with something is done. September looks quite interesting. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Again, whatever is coming together here, you're now actively communicating with this person. And again, maybe this is you and a business partner, you and the new boss. You're talking about some new creative project or job or hobby. You're launching your business. This is you and your person. They don't have to be an air sign, but this is active communication. And it's either around a creative endeavor that you've been stalling on or something here to do with romance. But it's exciting. Clarify this further for September. One more shuffle. Thank you. September. There's that King of Pentacles. There's the Chariot and the Fool. You're going to continue to move forward with this person. You claim that. You claim them how you want. Professional, platonic, or romantic. But once you get out of your own way, sky's the limit here, Gemini. So you claim this how you want. Clarify this further. The King of Wands, the King of Swords, and that Five of Cups in the After Tarot deck. The Five of Cups, you're moving towards the new. Again, either a renewed connection, because now you're different, so you're showing up different, or it's an actual new connection. But I have two people here in King energy. You could be a feminine. You could be a feminine into feminine. I don't read body parts if you've seen me before. But this is two people deciding to move forward with one another. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Told you. Five of Swords, not fighting. There's that Ace of Wands again. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. It's like you have healed. In the After Tarot deck, the wound is healed. And because you've healed this wound, you're able to move forward with this individual. And in the After Tarot deck, we're not fighting. In the Five of Swords, it's not like a winner take all, or it's a very nice energy. It's a very healed energy because you're realizing an aspect of yourself that was holding you back. And again, either in career and finance, love and romance, or having to do with house and home. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. You're definitely, there's no doubt about it, you're on the new path here. And you have someone in your life that you're moving forward with. Like I said, professional, platonic, or romantic. And it's exciting. By the time you get to September, this is like absolute excitement here. I'm going to throw this out there for one of you watching, literally one of you. If you and your person have been talking about, and when I say your person, I don't know who this person, maybe they're a romantic partner, maybe they're your kid, maybe they're your parent, I don't know. But if you've been talking to another individual about launching your own business, it looks like you realize where maybe you were doing something here that was like delaying the business from being launched. And once you realize that it's been you, maybe you've been too focused on like the tiny details, or you're getting lost in stuff, or maybe you haven't been that well organized, or you've been procrastinating on getting some things done. If you and another person are launching a business, you're launching it in August, and you're very pleased with the results by the time you get to September. Again, that's probably for only one of you watching. But there's a launch here. One more shuffle. Thank you. After a long period of like stagnation. Your advice, Five of Pentacles, get out of that lack mentality, procrastination station, Two of Wands, and at the bottom of, we have the Moon, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. I think you are uncovering something here in your life that has kept you in this state of the Five of Pentacles. And now you'll be able to move forward from a place of authority. Yep, that's the truth. Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. Chiron is now in Taurus. You may want to look at your birth chart and see where Taurus is, because that might give you an idea of the wound, what the wound is connected to. Like, is this a wound when it comes to your self-identity, or is this a wound that comes to relationships, right? If like Taurus is like your 7th house, or so you can go to the timelinetarot.com, click on toolbox. The first thing that comes up says like, what are your big 3 or something like that. Click on that. It's free. Halfway down the page is the birth chart. I would do your birth chart. Use the true node instead of the other one. I always use true. And I would see what house, I would see where Chiron is in your chart. Yeah, instead of looking where Taurus is, I would look to see where's Chiron in your chart. And that's going to give you an idea here of the wound that you're healing. But man, once you heal it, you're off like a rocket. So your advice here is to do the hard work, which looks like it's taking place like within maybe the first week of the month. And it might feel a little uncomfortable when you uncover this secret, if you will, right? This part of yourself where you're like, oh, that's what I've been doing. So be gentle with yourself in that process. But yeah, after the 10th of the month, I think things will take off for you quite quickly. Let's get you 3 oracle cards, and then we'll close it out with some kippers. 3 oracle cards here, please, for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. Some of you are healing a father wound. Some of you are healing a big, big father wound. Whether your father's in your life or alive or not, you're healing a wound that you had to father or to mother. Okay, it's a parental wound. And you might realize where that has held you back in finances or in confidence to launch your own business, you know, or in romantic partnerships. You're definitely seeing it and you're healing it. Inspiration, I love that. It's Aquarian energy. Vision and heritage. I'm telling you, you're healing some kind of parental wound here. Inspiration. Gain insight and wisdom from your life. This is like, the light bulb is kind of like the lantern and the hermit. It's like, oh, now I get it. Vision. Look to the future with foresight and make wise choices. That's what you're doing. You're literally, this is like 3 of Wands. You're literally off running once you figure this out. And then heritage. Cherish the wisdom and experiences of the past and pass them to the future. This is like the 3rd Ace of Wands here on the table for you. It's like now you can move forward. Circle of care at the bottom of the deck. Grow with the support of love and compassion, connecting to the strength of others. I'm telling you, you're strengthening a bond, healing a relationship, or healing a connection, or healing a wound within yourself that has maybe somehow negatively impacted connections in your life. But this is big. If you're looking for love, this is the month. But I don't think you find the person, the one, until you heal that wound. And most of you are doing it. Let's close it out now with some kippers. 2 cards here for the top row. We have mature woman. And we have pathway. You're on a new path, whether you're masculine or feminine. And again, there's a maturity here. There's something here where, please don't take this the wrong way. There's something here where you thought you were mature, regardless of how old you are. And I think what you're realizing was there was a childhood wound here that was impacting you some way. Lack mentality, something like that. Your confidence. And you're healing it. And now because you heal it, you're on the new path. 2 cards here for that center. Change. And poverty. You can't make it up. You are literally, whatever this lack mindset is, or again, that procrastination station, or feeling helpless, or feeling like you always have bad luck, there's a change in attitude. Wealthy man here at the bottom of the deck. There's a change in attitude. 2 cards here for the bottom row. High honor and mature man. And look, now you've got a match. So I'm telling you, you're either healing a connection with a person in your life, regardless of who they are. If you're looking for love, this is a match here. And whatever this connection is for you that you're healing, and again, it could be business related. Like I could be speaking to a Gemini where you've been at a job, you've been putting your all in, but they don't pay you fairly. And suddenly you realize, oh my God, I keep sitting here at this job and I keep blaming these people for not seeing my value or worth. And why aren't they paying me more? But it's me. I could have left here at any time and found another job. I've been keeping myself stuck. Because why? Because I thought I didn't deserve more. Oh, why is that? Oh, because once upon a time my mother said blank or my father said blank or someone said blank to me and it's stuck. And this whole time I've been judging my self-worth and my self-value based on that. And that's prevented me from like getting a better job. So I'm telling you, you're discovering the wound here within yourself and how it has impacted professional, platonic, and romantic connections in your life. And you're deciding to move forward. Your connections are strengthening as a result. And new connections that are coming online are now on the right vibration. Sudden wealth, jackpot. You figured it out, Gemini. You figured out what's been holding you back. And there's something here with, like I said, that lack mindset or something like that, or some type of wound. And for some of you, it goes back to childhood or with a parental figure. Can I get 2 cards for whatever spiciness or creativity is occurring here? We have main female for September. And we have distant horizons. Bottom of the deck, you have wealthy male. I'm telling you, there's a partnership here. Professional, platonic, or romantic. Claim it how you want. But it would not have been possible to strengthen, deepen, come together, or connect with this new person had you not healed that wound. And it looks like that's exactly what you're doing. Procrastination station doesn't exist anymore. You know your value and worth. You've healed a wound, and you're moving forward. And you're looking really fucking good while doing it. That's what I have for you, Gemini, for August 2026. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Pipe the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to join us over on Patreon if you want to do that as well. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.